Hi, my name's Tom. I just finished reading Spare by Prince Harry. I'm not a big fan of the royals, I don't follow them, but I found the book to be completely fascinating and engaging, and I thought I would tell you about it. I'm going to give you 5 words to describe this book and why you should read it. Word 1, family. It's about family. It's about a family with multiple generations and the problems they face and how they solve them. Yes, their problems are different than what you and I might face, but they still go ahead and they solve them in the same way. They still bicker and they still joke and they still relate to each other, much like all of our families do every day. It is a very relatable book because of the family dynamics. 2, constraints. Yes, they are wealthy. Yes, they are royal. Yes, they have all the resources of the world at their fingertips, but they are still constantly constrained by tradition, by society, even by their own expectations. They are stuck in a golden cage. It's amazing and fun to watch them navigate this. It's interesting to see how they deal with it and to see the things that you and I take for granted, they can't do. 3, responsibility. Harry is very hard on his family. He tells it like it is, but often he's harder on himself. He actually takes responsibility for his own actions, for the things that happen to him, for the mistakes he's made, for the way he deals with things. He takes responsibility for that. And it's very rare to see someone of that high profile take such personal responsibility for the things that have gone on around him and the things that he's done and the situations he's put himself and others in. It's refreshing and it's interesting to read. 4, background details. You've probably already read a bunch of the shocking headlines about what's come out in this book and all the different surprises and the awful things that have happened. But Harry's book gives you the details behind them. You're probably aware of a lot of the headlines from the royals in general and poor Princess Diana. But Harry gives you the details, the background. There's an eye for details. There's very description. There's background. There's conversations. This is a very interesting book, even if you're not into the royals, because you can still understand what's going on and you still see things and hear things that you never knew before, you never even thought about before. It combines these global headline grabbing news stories with the very mundane, and it's a great contrast and it reads really well. 5, it's an engaging book. Harry worked with J.R. Mowring, a ghostwriter, to actually put most of the book together, and it's a well-written, fast-paced book. I was surprised at how often I would get to the end of a chapter and say, oh, I'll just read a little bit more. And I kept going. It kept me going the entire time. The details, the story, the plot line, the way it moves in and out, it's a really, really fascinating look at all the things that make up a royal, a family, a generation, even the world around us. There's a lot to be said here. And these stories, these slices of life of the royal family kind of give you an intimate look at everything around you. This is one of those rare entertaining and informational books. It's a true story, they're true incidents. It's a biography of sorts of what's happened up to this point with Prince Harry and his family and how he's gone through it all. This was an unexpected treasure for me. I didn't expect to read this. I didn't expect to enjoy it. Even if you're not a fan of the Royals, take it from me. I highly suggest you go ahead and pick this up, go through a chapter or two, and see if you're not hooked as much as I was.